Like I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Black people, you don't have any friends. You have overlords. Harvard President Claudine Gay resigns amid plagiarism claims. Backlash from the anti-Semitism testimony that she gave. What does this tell you? That the people that claim to be the weakest is really the strongest. The people that claim to be the weakest is really the most powerful. And what this have showed us is that the Jewish community has no problem with spanking your black ass. They have no problem with putting you in your place. Because they tell you all the time, we fund the Negro colleges. We fund the NAACP. You Negroes better get in line. See, that's what happens. We get into bad contracts with people. If they get to fund it, they get to run it. That's why black people need to get their own stuff. And stop taking donations and money from other people, because if they give you the money, guess what? They gonna run the show. And that's just the way it goes. And once again, another Negro has took a public spanking by the Jewish community. You have taken your lashes. You have taken your lashes. It's starting to get to the point where it's starting to look like a good old slave movie. The way they whipping you Negroes out here. But ain't these people supposed to be our allies? Ain't they liberals? Ain't they Democrats? Wow. Let you know what's really going on, huh? And just because a person wants to feel a certain way because we see a public, and I mean a public, genocide going on in Palestine, which is exactly what it is. As if we have given somebody on earth the authority to kill at will. Who has given any man upon any culture or any claims to be the holy chosen of God? Who has given anybody the right to kill and murder? Nobody has. But one thing I do learn about society, but one of the things I have learned about certain societies, that they will use that to their advantage. And that's what I'm seeing being done here. And the truth is, they want to destroy all the Palestinians and get them out of there and wipe them out completely. At least wipe them out of the country, for they can have it all to themselves. Isn't it obvious? And when did we ever in a lifetime justify the bombing of little children? When have we ever done that in the history of the world? But it was written, they will bring justification to themselves. They will justify themselves. And they are justifying themselves by saying, hey, we had no choice. They was using these little kids and children and people as human shields. They're just casualties. They're just casualties. And that's what it done come to now. That we can witness a full genocide. And you're killing the little children. The babies, the infants. Come on. Come on. So you telling me as a black person, if I decide to speak out against that, I'm being anti-Jewish? Say it isn't so. Please say it isn't so. But see, that's the thing. They want to take your finances from you, your money, your resources from you, because we got a problem of worshiping their money. We got a problem worshiping money, period, as black people. Let me tell you something about the truth. If you're not willing to lose everything for it, don't speak it. Because it's not about money and finances. Standing on the truth is a very hard thing to do. Matter of fact, it's one of the hardest things to do. Society will turn on you. They will hate you. They will turn against you. Just like they talk about me. You're this, you're that, you're a troublemaker, you're this. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do to you the same thing they did to anybody that stand for the truth. And in some situations, you can even lose your life. So when you're going to stand on this truth, you got to stand on it for reals. Just like I have stood on it. And I know I'm never going to be some big popular YouTuber. I know I'm not going to be popular in an everyday modern society. But who cares? Because even the Bible says, he that has the love of the world doesn't have the love of the Father. So I have no problem with having this dysfunctional relationship with the world. I don't have no problem with the world hating me. But once again, somebody prominent has been brought down. And this is one of the first black people that ever got in that position. And it was short-lived because of one slip of the tongue. Because they said something that wasn't popular to those elites and the people that claim to be victims, but they really run the world. They really run the world, let's be honest. And for anybody to say that we got some kind of allyship with these people, let me tell you the truth. Even in those times, black people was treated better in Germany than they have ever been treated in the United States of America. These are facts. These are facts. Even in the time of Hitler, you got treated better than you being treated in the United States of America. These are just facts, not fiction. But these are the things that nobody want to talk about. See, black people are not hateful. We stand for what's right. And if we feel that what's going on in Palestine is not right, then we should have the ability to speak out against it. We should have the ability to say, no, that's not right. Nobody should be above murder. Nobody should be above genocide. Nobody should be above genocide. We don't care who you is and who you claim to be. Nobody should ever have that right to kill innocent children. If we're going to protect anybody, we got to protect the children. We got to protect the children. That's humanity. The children is the future. You know how many generations died in Palestine? If you kill over 10,000 children, do you know what kind of impact that can have on any community? Why you think the Indians couldn't come back 100%? Because the babies were killed. Because the young people were murdered. They didn't even spare the young people in the slaughtering of the Indians. Because if you kill off the youth, then you kill off the future. And that is what's going on in Palestine. That's why I feel that there is no problem with murdering the young of the Palestine community. Because when you do that, that's called extermination. When you kill off the young, that's called a genocide. Because if the young cannot carry on the tradition of your culture is just good as dead. And just because black people, the most humane people on the planet, if you ask me, the most caring, the most passionate, the most loving people on the planet decide to speak out, and now they're going to put a muzzle over our face, they are not our friends. They are not our friends. I knew they wasn't their friends, and you just now getting a wake-up call. Because I've been speaking about this years ago. It's funny to see all the things that I've been speaking on come to tuition. I knew the relationship was flawed. And I knew the relationship was fraud. I know that we didn't have friends. We got overseers. See, black people talking about we got friends in the White House. No, you got overseers. See, black people say they got friends in the Jewish community. No, you have overseers. That's what you have. In these public spankings of celebrities, the public spankings of the people that we love, And even in high prominent places like Harvard University, they can bring you down to your knees. What do that tell you, black people? They don't got no love for you. They don't got no respect for you. It's a flawed relationship that benefits them way more than it benefits us. They came in and rode our wave. We already had civil rights established before the Jewish community came and jumped on our wave, and now they did what they had to do. And now they got way more power than we do, even though we laid the foundation down. Isn't that ironic? And the truth is, the true relationship itself is coming out. And how they did Louis Farrakhan for telling the truth. And now you're seeing all the truth coming out. And this is what hurts my heart, when black people speak against us. And then they got to eat their words in the future. Black people spoke against Farrakhan and said he was anti-Semitic, that he was hateful, that he was this. And now you're seeing it all come to tuition. Now you're starting to see that what he was saying has some truth. Because you see the relationship. We don't even have to speak about it. We ain't got to lie. We ain't got to do nothing. The relationship is now being put right in front of our face. And now we see what kind of relationship we have. We don't have friends. We have overseers. An overseer is not a friend, and a friend is not an overseer. I know the difference. And believe me, when it comes to the Jewish community, they are not our friends.